The Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the BYU Cougars taking on the winners of 5 straight, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Knights will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the BYU Cougars offense will start this game off. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Jumped on top of the pile.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in passing.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Knights offense has its first opportunity of the day. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep him honest, pound that rock.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looking to throw on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Nakua. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Quick strike complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, UCF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the returner will be brought down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Knights! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him. and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for a block. It's Richardson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out route.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They'll give it to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Pressure coming. Tosses it incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Snagged in the middle. It's Glover. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Knights are rolling down the field. Here we go. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. On the run, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Powers through the defender. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Power football with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? On that last drive, defense had no deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Knights. Ready to try the point after. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this.
And that pass picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision making.
Okay, ready? Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Rides to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big gain. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards so much.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. And they swarm him under.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
Coming at, he'll take a shot. And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but and that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to get.
Touchdown, UCF! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, and now a chance to do something to... And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He gets it away from his own end zone. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Knights.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. With Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swann, so big playmaking is always a possibility. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Maryland. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Pocket starts to going downfield for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Going up top on first down. And they got him for the sack. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Finds his man down the middle. And they're able to make the tackle. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third down coming up after that completion. They'll try to get the first through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way behind. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to the big tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Orlando.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table. Everything's
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Dances away from the heat. The completion well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
How good have they been on 3rd down today, and another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UCF! And has ensued.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
Sometimes you just got to give credit. Like, we had it covered. We knew it was a pass. Everything covered underneath, but the quarterback does such a good job of making that second play something special, pulling it down, getting the first down pretty easily.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He turns it loose to the left. Touchdown Knights! And the route is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Give to the single back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Offense getting set for first down. He'll start this drive firing. Got him downfield. Touchdown, UCF! And the stomping has commenced.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Got the quick completion. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. 2nd down coming up. Let's go! He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. Caught on the outside, it's Phillips. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to pass on second down. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wake Forest. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He's got it. And he's brought... Nice game.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
He's got an open man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On second down, just keeps firing. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped.
Touchdown Knights! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Got a man. It's Phillips. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Richardson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
I'll tell you got to be careful if you're the defense right now, because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this
touchdown, UCF! And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because
looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Keeps the play going. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation.
Oh, look out. There he goes. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids.
And it's picked off. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They're bringing heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Inside the 40. Past the 30. Past the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, BYU!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw.
And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Throws to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got it! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent to them.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
He's looking to throw it. Gets it to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Phillips. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. He's going to pass. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.